there was another comment in here, and just something I wanted to touch on. You've obviously spoken about this online, Ursula, but James S. just says, please ask Ursula to raise awareness for the online nonsense and bullying spouted against her and her accent. You obviously, it was a good few months back, probably around the time of the All-Ireland finalish, but can you just talk to me about that? I'd be very selective about what I would take in or even notice on Twitter, just because there is an awful lot of nonsense out there, but you've obviously had some bad experiences, and it's important to raise awareness about it as well.
I suppose it's not just about Ursula Jacob. I'm sure if any of us, whether it was you, Michael, or anyone else, that search for our name on Twitter or wherever, we'd probably see bad stuff. And I suppose it just got to the stage where I really just felt enough was enough, and it just was affecting me in my personal life. I was getting upset. I was finding myself that I wasn't enjoying it to the same way. And I love speaking about hurling, camogie, GA. It's been part of my life, all of my life. And it just got to the stage where I just said, sometimes, people saying to you, just stay silent, ignore them. But sometimes you do need to call out people. And I know that there's still nasty cowards out there who'll probably write more stuff about me and others going forward in the next couple of years. But I do feel like I've kind of gained back some of the power, because sometimes you have to stand up for what's right. You have to stand up for yourself, and I do feel better for it. And as I said at the time, I'm not looking to change my voice, my accent, where I'm from. I'm Wexford true and true. I'm Owler true and true, and I'm very proud of that fact. And also, some people just can't move past the thing that a woman is speaking about the men's game, or that you, Michael, is speaking about a camogie game. I don't see any difference. Like, you and me can have a conversation here chatting about the hurling games and the camogie games. To me, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm knowledgeable, I can back up my opinion. I've no problem in anyone disagreeing with what I'm saying. Everyone's open to criticism, but it's when it gets personal and tasteless, and they're just trying to target you for no good reason. As I said at the time, at least I'm brave enough to go on television or to come on a podcast or go on the radio and give my opinion and put my name behind it and back myself up on it. They're the ones who are hiding behind a computer screen or a phone, and they can't even put their real name behind it. They have to set up a page. So to me, I think, reflecting back on it, it's probably one of the things I'm most proud of, that I actually took a stand and said, look, it's not on, it's not right. And I'm hoping, even if it made one or two people think going forward, would they say that to me or anyone else on the street? Would they say it to my face? Probably not. So it's just kind of making people more aware. Think before they type. I'm a human like anyone else. I've got feelings. I have a thick skin, but when it gets to the personal side of things, I won't stand for it. And that's why I really just kind of really voiced my opinion at the time. And it probably didn't help that I was, quite pregnant at the time, and I was feeling, I suppose I was thinking of the bigger picture, that I was going to be welcoming a child into the world. And would I stand for someone criticizing my child? I wanted to stand up for myself and kind of do them proud as well. So look at hopefully some people will learn from the experience, but I have to say I am proud that I did stand up for myself.
No, without a doubt. I think it does make a difference for other people as well. Fergus Butler just says, fair play to Ursula for speaking up. Online abuse is disgusting across the board. John Kwan has a bit of feedback and then a question. He asked, he just says, Jacobs are a great hurling camogie family. And he said, ask Ursula who was the best hurler, Mick, Rory or Michael, or yourself.
Oh God, I definitely won't be saying myself. Do you know what? I think I'll be nice to my father, and I'll give him the nod on that one. I won't rank him, but I'll back him up, because if I don't say him, he'll be given out to me. So in fairness, look, we've all been heavily involved in hurling camogie all our lives, and my mum represented Wexford as well, and my sister Helena. So we've been steeped in GAA all our lives. So I'll go with Daddy on this one. I'd hate to cause a family fight.
Well, you're dead right not to rank them, because I was asked in a WhatsApp group to rank in terms of hurling ability 3 lads within the group, and I put one of my best mates at number 3 for a joke, and he's hardly spoken to me since. But
yeah, well, look, Christmas is coming up, so I want to receive an old Christmas present from the brothers. So I'll go with Daddy anyway. He'll be happy with me.
just a quick comment from Richard Hogan. He just said, different perspectives are good for all sports. It's very healthy. Glad to see that calling this out has made her feel better. It's important not to allow it to get bottled up. Yeah, I think it's like I don't expect anyone to agree with me. You don't expect anyone to agree with you. We'll have a healthy debate. I'll respect your opinion. You'll respect my opinion. But, there'll be no, personal attacks or anything like that. Funnily enough, what's on the top of my head is why I get abuse about most. I've been called Mexican. I've been called everything and anything over the last while. But it's like water off a duck's back to me. Just if you were to call...
Michael,
to
be honest, just to say one thing there, like players these days, they've enough to be dealing with, but it's just gone to another level. Like, no one goes out to have a bad game. And like, it's just, this is a bigger picture and a bigger problem that's really out there. And, as I said, it's not about Ursula Jacob getting abuse, but it's about the wider picture and like players going out to do their best. No one goes out to have a bad game. And the minute something goes wrong within 30 seconds on Twitter, it's all over the place about a certain player, and that's just completely wrong too.
Yeah, and even video clips and different things flying around of people or whatever. Yeah, no, 100% agree. Ursula, thanks a million for joining us, and we look forward to watching the coverage on Saturday evening. I hope they're two great games. Fancy Sarsfield just about myself, but Lochhealer a tough outfit, so it's going to be an interesting game. Thanks very much for joining us, and no doubt we'll talk to you again soon.
No bother, thank you.
Cheers, Ursula.